Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we have got a video that I've been meant to do for a long while. It's taken me a while just to kind of get round to this one. Oh, by the way, if if you hear any noises or see any movement, I have a buddy. I did try and make, you know, the background look presentable, but no, he decided he wanted to sleep on the pillows, so that's what's happening. So today we're going to be talking through sustainable deodorants. This has been a journey that I've been on for a good couple of years, I would say. Probably about 3 years. I would say 3 years. And I kind of wanted to make the change from kind of antiperspirants to deodorants because I just didn't kind of like what they were doing to my body, and obviously everyone has their own you know, reasonings for doing it, and that was my reason. Also, I have very sensitive skin, and sometimes I would find that some deodorants would be too aggressive on my underarms and my skin didn't like it, so I decided to make the change for both of those reasons. And it's taking me a good long while to try and find ones that work for me, and I wanted to kind of talk through the process of me doing it and all the ones that I've tried, because I've tried a lot of brands. I've been wanting to kind of like, I was going to do this as I went along, and then I realised that because obviously the time I'm taking to try out these deodorants and see what they do to my skin, yeah, it takes a long while. Hence why we're 3 years into this journey. So I thought I would start off with some of the ones that were a definite no. Obviously with any of these might be fine for you, so don't take my word as gospel, but this is just my experience, and maybe to go in with a bit more caution into some of these ones that I don't like. Now the first one's gonna be really controversial, and I don't actually have, I tried to keep as many of the bottles as possible, but I've lost half of them. I don't know where they've gone. I presume, I don't know whether I threw them out or they ran away, I don't know. But I have some bottles to show you, but if not, I'll put a little picture up here of what the packaging looks like. So the first one, and the one that is probably the most controversial for me not to like, is the Wild deodorant. So I tried this one probably a little way into my journey of trying out deodorants. Someone had seen, or they have obviously a really great kind of marketing plan, and their social media is really good, and so they're really good at obviously getting sales from that, and that was how I got it. So someone recommended it to me because they'd spotted it, and I kind of had a little look at them and I thought, oh, this is a really cool idea. And the thing that, again, I mean, to be honest, pretty much all of these ones say that they are okay for sensitive skin, but it's a case-by-case basis. They can't really say that it's okay, because someone might be okay with it that has sensitive skin, and then someone might break out from it. So I don't really like when they make claims like that, but it happens. You know what it's like. So I tried, I can't remember which one I tried, because I've been going through a process of realizing that my skin doesn't like certain strains and intensities of like limonene, which is something which is in a lot of products. And for some reason as well, whenever I touch a citrus skin, if I put it around my mouth, I will break out in this little rash. And it's weird because it's only some citrus fruits, mainly lemon, lime, and that tangerines, things like that. I'm fine with grapefruit, which is really weird. But it's weird because anything that's got like the juice of that fruit, that citrus fruit, I'm fine with. I didn't understand. So I was avoiding, at that point, I was avoiding anything that had like bergamot or orange in it, because I knew that that would probably set it off. I can't remember which scent I tried. If I can, I will pop it here so you can know. But I think I ordered a few, and it just didn't work. I had a couple of issues with it, and I don't know whether it was because it was just getting started or what, I don't know. So the first thing that I found with it was the fact that it did break me out, and it broke me out under my arms. Oh, it was one of the most painful rashes under my arms that I have ever had. It was horrible, and I mean, obviously that was like an immediate no, but for me I was like, oh, maybe it's just the fact that I put it on too soon after shaving, which can happen. But then even when I stopped using it and then went back to using it, without, and having gaps in between when I was shaving it, so maybe leaving quite a while before I would put it on, it would still break me out. So that was a definite no. The second thing which I really didn't like is it left this residue on my clothes. It under my armpits of my t-shirts, like you'd feel it, and it would just feel like the deodorant, like you could feel it on there. And even if you washed it, I'd have to be there and like scrubbing the armpits, and some of my t-shirts I actually had to get rid of. So yeah, so Wild was a big no, and it's such a shame because I love the idea of the fact that it's a reusable packaging, that the little pods, I think they're biodegradable. So it was all of the things that I was looking for in deodorant, but the actual product itself just fell really flat for me. Now, one of the ones that I tried right in the beginning, I should have restarted with this, but there's a reason why, as I wanted to keep this one kind of in one category. So I tried the Bionsen deodorant. Now, at the time, I thought that this one would be the best one for me. So this is the This is the Mineral Protective Deodorant, and this is in the stick formula. So I don't know if it'll, oh, there's still, it's like a tiny bit left. Oh, there's a bit left. Oh no, oh, I remember why. So that's what it looks like. Hang on, let me try and do this so it doesn't collapse. So that's what it looks like. So it's like a part stick, part gel formula. I started trying this. It's got quite a strong smell. That's the one thing that everyone said when I was looking at reviews of this, is that it has a quite strong smell. And I was prepared for that. I was like, okay, I know what I'm getting myself in for. And I didn't find it too obtrusive. So I didn't mind that at all. The problem was that it didn't do an effective job at stopping any smell. Obviously with deodorants, they're not really that great if you sweat a lot. I'm not a particularly sweaty person, so that's not really an issue for me. It's more kind of general smell. That was fine, but yeah, I just find it didn't really cover up the smell. And the second thing, as you saw, as it gets to the end, it breaks up. So I had a good amount left, but it kind of broke because of the fact that it's a stiff formula, and when you're doing it, it obviously is causing it friction, and it will obviously break at some point. So yeah, that was why that one wasn't a no for me. But the one that I'm using at the moment, which I can't find, I have various ones on the go since I've been trying them out. I have the liquid version of this, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So at the moment, that is a good one for me. Obviously, it's plastic packaging, which I don't love, but it is actually stopping the smell. I don't know whether it's because you can apply more. I don't know whether it's a different formula. I'm not really sure. It's like a rollerball one. It doesn't really mark clothing. You get like a tiny weeny bit of white marking, but it's definitely not as bad as some of the other deodorants that I've tried. Yeah, but that one's going well. And the nice thing with that is that it kind of becomes your smell. I don't know if that really makes sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that even though you feel like it's got a strong smell at the time, it almost settles into your skin, and it becomes like a, you know how people have different scents, and I'm not talking about like perfume, but like body scents, and I'm not also talking about BO. It just becomes their scent, and it kind of settles into the skin. I don't know how to explain it, but basically it's not that offensive. So the next one I'm going to talk about is one that was actually sent to me a little while ago, and I actually did really enjoy it. And it's from a brand called Gobo. You can mainly buy them on Amazon, and it comes in a glass bottle, it has a plastic lid, and they do different scents. So when I first got this, I didn't actually enjoy it, and the reason was because it broke me out under my arms. But I realised then that because this one is a glycolic based deodorant, in the fact that it almost kills the bacteria underneath your arms, it was almost a bit too harsh, and I realised that I had to wait even longer than I was before from shaving my armpits to using it. So that was a bit annoying in that respect. However, my armpits did get used to it, and it did really enjoy it. But the thing that there was a couple of things. So I tried some of the different scents. I tried the jasmine one, and it just smelled BO. And I'm like, this is what I'm trying to stop. The one that I love is the rose one. That one's a really nice one. It has a very subtle scent. The thing that I did start to realise was that if I sweated at all, then the smell would come through. Whereas with some of the other ones, obviously again as their deodorant, I would sweat, but there would be no smell. The problem is with this one, as soon as I sweated, there would be smell. So it wasn't great I lead quite an active lifestyle. So if I would be at work and I'm rushing around or I'm teaching, it just wouldn't be effective, basically. It was such a shame because I was enjoying it, but I've realised that that one's probably not the best one for me in terms of my lifestyle. My skin eventually loved it, but it's just not great for what I do. The next one that I tried was again a bit of a failure, and it was the Ben and Anna sensitive deodorant. Again, it was everything that I was after. I loved the fact that it was paper, cardboard packaging, so I could recycle it. I really didn't get far with this one. I picked the cherry blossom smell, which I did really like, but the problem was that it left that residue. It left the residue under my armpits and on my clothes. It basically got me out in a rash again. And the problem with the paper packaging is because as you were pushing it up, because it's quite a it wasn't a very slick formula. Again, it was like this one, it was like the Biosin one, but not as thick as this. It was a real struggle to kind of push it up and get the product out of the packaging. So that was a real shame. And it's interesting because I have had other products that have a similar packaging, and it just seems to be a problem with that type of packaging. This is the thing that I find with trying to be sustainable, is that sometimes someone will try something with packaging and it's just not, it's not going to work. So for instance, an example, I recently got some dental floss, and normally I used to use these picks, which I think are biodegradable, but I thought I would try the little roll of floss. And the problem was that the paper packaging, because it was all in paper, it just disintegrated, and it became a right faff to try and be getting the floss out and like holding bits of paper in, and it just didn't work. And I think this is the thing, like some sustainable choices in packaging seem like a really good idea, but they just aren't, they don't last. And with that floss, I had to throw it away because it became completely unusable, which then creates waste. So it's like you're just juggling the negatives, which seems a bit silly. So that's the thing with that one, is, I mean, that was just a no-go anyway, but the packaging was a real issue, which is such a shame. Okay, I've got one more downer before I land on one of my favourite ones. So the reason I wanted to put this one next to the one that I love is because it's quite a similar idea, and it's going to be a very personal choice for everybody. So I tried I think it's from the Green Woman, I think the brand is, and it's called their Fit Pit, and it's designed for when you're working out. Which is a great idea. However, so it comes in like a tin, which I don't personally mind. I know some people feel a bit icky of like doing that and then pop it under your armpits. I don't personally mind that. So I did try that and I was really enjoying it, but then again, it left that residue on my clothes. And for me, when I'm working out, obviously I invest a lot in my gym kit. As soon as I started to see that residue start to build up, because this was after I had tried like the Wild one and the Ben and Anna one, I realised I got to that point, I was like, no, I really don't want to mess up my gym kit. So unfortunately that wasn't great. It was very good at when I was working out stopping smell, which was good, but I thought I would then carry on to this one because this is also in a pot, but this is along with the liquid Biosin deodorant, this is my other favourite which I'm using. The Biosin I kind of use like my travel one. But this is from L'Occitane. Oh my gosh, I threw it in my face. This is from L'Occitane. So this is their deodorant. They do 2 different scents at the moment. So this one is their Verbena. I never know if I'm saying that right. Verbena? I don't know. Their Verbena one. They also do a shea butter scent as well. Now this one, this has been the most successful one out of all of them. The thing that I love about this is that this is such a lovely texture to put on. It feels like body cream. And I just take a little bit on my finger and I'll apply it, and I guarantee that I will not smell at all, regardless of what I'm doing. I use this when I go to the gym and I don't smell. And yes, you have got the thing that this is plastic, this is metal. I think this is metal. Oh no, maybe it's plastic as well. So that is a shame. However, I know that L'Occitane do have a thing with bringing back packaging and they have their own recycling scheme. If they put this into like a aluminium or a metal pot, then I would never go to any other deodorant again. I love the fact that this does not stain my clothes, because it is a light texture. It melts into the skin, and sometimes I find that maybe if I've really been super active, I might need to top it up ever so slightly. If I feel like, normally I can feel with like how it feels under my armpits. If I feel like I need a little bit more, I found this has been super effective at keeping any smell at bay, and I just love the fact that it doesn't break me out, and the fact that it doesn't harm my clothes, which those are kind of the really big things for me.
Hello everybody, this is Future Georgie popping in to say hi. I have got another deodorant to show you. So after I filmed this video, the L'Occitane deodorant went up in price, as did pretty much everything in the UK. And I just couldn't quite justify paying nearly £20 for a deodorant. It had gone up, I think, from about 16 or 17. And it was such a shame, because I love that deodorant. And I think, you know, if it was like on sale or something like that. So I was off on the hunt again. However, I got really lucky with this deodorant. I tried the Tropic Feel Fresh Soothing Deodorant and Antiperspirant Cream. And I was like, here we go again. I'm on like another journey. Let's see what happens. This stuff is great. This is so good. So this scent is pink grapefruit and ginger grass. I don't know if you can get other scents or not. I can't remember if you can from when I bought this. This is really reflective. Is that just me? That's so bizarre. Anyway, so I'll just see if I can show you the lid one-handed, seeing as I'm just filming this on my phone. Oh gosh, I don't think I can. Oh, yes, I can. So it looks like this. Again, it's plastic packaging, but as I said in the video, I'm kind of at that point where I need to take the priority of my skin over maybe the packaging. So yeah, so it looks like this, and this is how, and it goes on really, really nicely. And I find I have to put about 2 squeezes under my arms for it to be effective. I've tried using one, and then just at the end of the day, I start to smell a teensy wincy little bit. It's not much, it's not drastic like some of the other ones were, but this one definitely lasts longer than some of the others. But yeah, 2 kind of squeezes, or like squeeze and then roll on, and then squeeze and then roll on, which might seem quite a lot. But to be honest, this has lasted me a long while, and I've still got just under half left. Now the only thing with this, and I don't mind it so much, it doesn't leave a residue on the clothes, as in like it sticks to the clothes. It becomes, if it gets too close to a fabric, it kind of flakes a little bit. So then you'll just kind of end up with a slight white, almost like if you did it with deodorants that aren't, oh, just hit the radiator, that aren't invisible ones, basically. So it's kind of like that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let it dry before putting on anything that is too close to it, especially if it's black. When it's black, I have to leave it a good couple of minutes to dry before doing that. Otherwise it flakes and it leaves white under my arms. Apart from that, it is fantastic. And it's half, is it half the price? Not quite half the price. I think it's about 11 or 12 pounds, which compared to paying nearly 20 pounds for the L'Occitane one is much better. So there we go. Hello from the future. Now back to paths, Georgie.
As I said, it's taken me 3 years. I actually looked back when I was looking back at my list of like when I've ordered the other deodorants, and I started this at the beginning of 2020. So yeah, it's been about 3 years of me going through all of these deodorants. So yeah, so hopefully this might have been helpful for you. So obviously I know, as I said at the start, that everyone's body's different and everyone will react differently to certain things, and some people will not like the fact that this is in a tub. They won't like the fact that they have to use their fingers. For someone with sensitive skin, it's something that's really important to me that my skin is happy, and the fact that those two make my skin very happy is the main thing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry it's been such a long while coming. People have been asking for it and they've been like, please can you do one, as I've been like posting about my deodorant journey. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then I'll leave my deets below. That's where I'm most active. I am active on Twitter as well, but that's more kind of acting stuff. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below, are you on a sustainable deodorant journey? Are you also someone with sensitive skin? Are you struggling with that? How are you finding it? It's a long process, I know, I'm with you. You got this. So yeah, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.